And the Marquoyer has it on that wing. Here's a shot. Henderson made a wild stab for spell. Here's another shot. Right in front of score. Henderson has scored for Canada.
This week, action-packed, a lot of sports going on.
A lot of stuff.
Right? The Knicks won, 54 years.
Finally, now it's just the Leafs and Dallas, right?
Yeah.
Cowboys?
The Cowboys and the Toronto Maple Leafs are the laughing stock of North America.
I was watching something. They're like, oh, this has to be our year because Arsenal won.
Yeah.
Now the Knicks won. Now, like, the only thing that's
Cowboys,
left.
imagine that. The Cowboys and the Leafs.
That's it. And it's complete.
Yeah, that'll be like alternative universe right
That's
there.
it.
Yeah, but we could just start off with the NHL, man. The Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah.
Wow, what a performance.
But honestly, I think the biggest change for him was just putting Bussy in net, man.
Yeah,
I think
that
it just
made
changed the complexion.
Dude, did you see that amazing save that he made?
Yeah.
Like that, you could tell that save was just a turning point of the entire game.
I don't know what it is.
He stole
It's
that
just,
soul, man.
Yeah,
from
that's
the
it.
Vegas Golden Knights.
But did you see here what Torts said too?
What do you say?
Torts is like, oh, he's not even going to take his clothes with him back. He's going to leave him in the hotel room.
Yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be...
Wow, but Jordan Staal, holy smokes, what a performance in the finals.
No.
You know, people... So I was just reading certain things, but I have a question for you right now. Jordan Staal won with the Pittsburgh Penguins, right? And now he's the captain, clearly he's one of the best leaders now in the league. If he ends up winning the Conn Smythe and winning the cup, are you just putting an automatic Hall of Famer right there? Because think about it, in Pittsburgh, he was playing third line role. And even here, technically as a leader, he's been playing third line. But he's going to have multiple cups and a Conn Smythe. So will you put him in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know. The thing for me is a lot of stuff, he's played a long career too, right?
Yeah.
But the only thing for me is the individual accolades, it's not really there for me.
Yeah, he hasn't been the scoring or anything, but defensively, everybody knows how great he is.
He is. He's one of the best two-way players in the
He
NHL.
shut down Jack Eichel.
Yeah.
I mean, Jack Eichel's really not shooting either. I don't know, man. He needs to shoot.
No.
I don't know what's up with him, man. It's he has no I get it. He's a first, he's a playmaker, right? But right now, your team needs you to score. Why aren't you not shooting?
Mm-hmm.
It's just frustrating seeing Jack Eichel not do that.
No, it's a crazy series, but it's so back and forth, right?
It is.
And that's what I love. And same thing we've been saying all years, all series is it's in bursts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? One team will do something, and then the next team comes back, ties it up, and then it's just who can capitalize in key moments.
Yeah.
But last game, honestly, was the first game in the entire series where you could tell Carolina had clear outright control.
Yeah, I'm just reading Twitter, and you're seeing Leaf fans saying, "Oh, typical Marner game 5." I was like, "Okay, no, you can't say that. He just had a hat trick the game before. And
That's
the fact
right.
that the entire team wasn't performing. You can't. I think next game, which is tonight. So while I was recording tonight, I think Vegas should win it. It should go to 7.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I want it to go 7. I don't want it to end.
What a series!
I don't want it to end.
Yeah.
They should extend it, make it 9 games.
Yeah, this is
best of 9.
We're spoiled right now. You got
honestly,
the World Cup going on too, and
yeah.
And then now you're gonna have UFC going on tonight.
Oh, that's gonna be crazy too.
Woo!
That's why I just get this over with so we can go home and start watching. I want to try and get home in time for the Netherlands game.
Yeah,
but even still, we're talking about Leafs fans, right?
Yeah,
99% of Leafs fans are probably cheering for Vegas to lose.
Now they're just making narratives up.
Yeah,
where they're like, hey, if he accepted that Carolina trade, he would have been right there winning it. But no, Stan Coven would have not been there. The Ehlers trade maybe wouldn't have.
Honestly,
maybe the signing maybe they wouldn't have done it.
Well,
so
I think the biggest piece for them, this entire playoff run, has been Stankoven, right?
Yeah.
That entire line.
Yeah.
It's probably been the reason why they made it so far, right?
Yeah.
Even you can argue, instead of Jordan Staal, I think he's probably the front runner right now.
Yeah.
But anyone on that line,
the way he's performing in the finals, you have to give it to him. He's been shifting momentum.
No,
right?
100%.
And just shutting down that Jack Eichel line, it's been great.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see Bussy, man. Bussy's hopefully he continues performing the way he is. And Carter Hart's led in 4 goals every game.
Do you think they go to Hill?
No, they can't. They can't.
He won the Stanley Cup like what 3 years ago, right?
I've seen Hill play this regular season. I don't know, man. You gotta.
What happened to him?
Hart took you all the way here because of injuries, right? Hill got injured like twice this year.
Yeah.
But Carter Hart took you all the way here. I just think the team in general has not been playing well in front of him.
Just to write him out, eh?
Yeah, they have to. They have to, man. You got maximum what? 3 more games?
Yeah.
Wait, what is it? No, it's 3 more. Two more games. Maximum 2 more games.
Yeah.
It's too close now to make that change.
I
think with Bussy was a different story to make a change because Anderson wasn't playing the remainder of the season. Bussy was. Carter Hart was playing quite a bit on the second half.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you just got to ride the goalie that's been taking you here, and that's Carter Hart for the
Has this playoff series lived up to everything that you expected?
I think there's been dips. First round was electrifying. Second round, I think it was okay. Then you had the semis, which was an absolute disaster for me because it was so lopsided, both sides.
Mm-hmm.
But then the finals just kind of
picked it back up.
Yeah.
No,
I think because the finals are a classic. The first round, there's been a lot of previous years where the first round live up or even they go over the expectation. But this finals, holy smokes, we haven't had this in a long time. Well, maybe you could say the Vancouver-Boston series was electrifying like this because 2 teams hated each other.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the Detroit and
but even these 2 teams, I don't think there's hate.
No, there's not hate. It's just so much raw skill, just back and forth, right?
No, that's the best thing for me. It's a lot of back and forth hockey, and the craziest thing is you can't look away. A team's up 4-0.
No,
you can't look away. Like same thing we were talking about last week. I was at the restaurant and just literally every second just looking over girlfriend's shoulder at the bar, just trying to keep up. Oh, it's 4-1, 4-2, 4-3, and then tied it up 4-4.
I like the fact that they made a change where they put Jarvis on the third line.
Mm-hmm.
And they shuffled the lines up. So Ehlers went to the first line, Jarvis went to the third line, and then I think
Martinook came up too.
Martinook moved up. It was Nikolai Ehlers and Jarvis on the third line, and that's when Jarvis was fighting for the puck, and then Jordan Staal made that crazy goal where he scored off his back. So after that momentum, I think they went back. So last game they went back to the original lines again. So Martinook moved back to the third line. Nikolai Ehlers still on the third line, and then Jarvis went up, and it seemed like then Svechnikov just went off last game. He scored 2 goals. He started shooting, so now it seems like they needed that little change. They put the guys back, and now they're flying, man. So let's just say from the other side, I want to wrap this up pretty quick. But what do you think about Vegas?
Forever, man.
What do you think about Vegas? What do you think they need to do tonight
Honestly,
in order for them to get that W?
I think they just need to play with the lead. They can't let Carolina score first. I think that's very important for them.
Yeah.
Just play with the lead. And one thing about them, too, is in game 1, they did it. They sat back, right?
Yeah.
Don't sit back and give a chance for Carolina to get back in the game.
I think they need some scoring from their back end. That's, I believe, for Vegas, for 5-on-5, they just need some shots going on net. And like maybe a guy like Shea Theodore needs to start scoring. That's what they need. I think that's what kind of cancels it out. Because right now, Jack Eichel's not shooting. Marner is shooting quite a bit. Dorofeev is shooting as well. Mark Stone's been playing well, but I just think maybe on the back end, if they get some scoring, that should be able to kind of cancel them out, balance it out, and win this game. So Hannafin and maybe Theodore, they need to get some shots on that.
Well, we know Torts is going to get them fired up too, ready for this game, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so the OHL draft happened too. So we could just quickly recap it. I not like recap it, but I just think just for a minute or two, I just wanted to congratulate every single player that's got drafted. But wow, it was. I don't know if you saw the presentation. Did you?
I saw. I was actually looking on Instagram while we were talking. I had a barbecue. So we couldn't even go this weekend, but I was just looking as the highlights came out. Yeah. And it looked really. I would like if someone told me like it's similar production to NHL Draft, right? It was done really well.
Yeah, it was really good. I just it's funny in the beginning. It just looked like candlelight dinner. So all the lights were off, and you just have a light in every table. I was like, "What's going on? Is this a romantic dinner?"
Very intimate.
Yeah, very intimate. But yeah, congratulations to all the players. We're gonna get to see a lot of these young players play, and we're gonna make some road trips next year.
No, 100%.
And
who's your winner of the draft?
I think Brampton did.
That's what I was just gonna say too.
I'm not.
Maybe I'm a little bit biased because that's our local OHL team. So Well, I guess for me, it's local, right? I guess Barrie would be closer for you. But for me, like, I'm excited. I want to go out to as many games as I can, get to see Tanner Adams and drafted RJ.
I think Cash Kwaja to Sudbury. Oh, that was good. That's a good pick too. Yeah, I really like that one as well. Okay, let's move on from the O. Let's just go straight to the NHL. The draft, the draft is happening in 2 weeks from now. It's happening on Friday, so a little less than 2 weeks. So I know we did like a mid-season. We talked about the top players, a few of them, just after the World Juniors. So I felt like let's do a proper scouting report. Same thing. We'll put on the games. We'll put on the highlights. You give your analysis, and I've pretty much already seen them, so we could just go through.
I would say the nice thing is probably easier to find highlights for these guys.
Oh
right?
My god, dude, the queue was difficult.
Yeah.
I was pulling up some footage that are like 320. Like it was bad. You could see pixels everywhere.
Yeah, it's just off people's like footballs and stuff,
oh
right?
My god, it was tough. So you're trying to analyze that, looking at the scouting report at the same time, and just trying to figure out, put things together.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, with the NHL draft, you got a lot better footage, better than 720p. Right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm not the order that I'm gonna put the prospects in. This is elite prospects rankings.
Mm-hmm.
So this may surprise you because you have no idea what player is going to come after the one after that. I think the first maybe 3 or 4 is going to be obvious, and after that, some guys start going up and down. And remember, this draft, I think, it's going to be a lot of surprises.
Well, I think
just to recap quickly, I just think a lot of teams are going to keep saying that they want to draft the best player possible, but it's going to be all bull. I think they're going to draft the best position. That's what I was just going to say.
I think they're going to draft team needs.
Yeah. And
100%.
I don't think that's the best idea for, especially in the top 10, top 15. You want to go with the best player possible and then start forming your team afterwards. But some teams are going to get really tempted by certain players and they're just going to go for needs instead. It could be a mistake. So we could start off with the first person. That's Gavin McKenna, of course. Pretty obvious. Oh no. Looks like he's coming to the Leafs, huh?
Well, I think they already said that Leafs are going to take him, right?
Yeah.
They already flew out to what was it? Yellowknife or
White Horse.
White Horse. That's right.
Bro, you're Canadian.
Wrong. I'm born here too.
Yeah.
Hey, grade 9 geography was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So, no, but they already flew out to.
They already flew out. Yeah, they already announced it to everybody that they're gonna draft him. But yeah, 6 foot, 170 pounds. He had 51 points. I think 47 games. 32 games. He had 51 points. I mean, he was top 5 in NCAA scoring.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about the age that he's coming in and people are still criticizing him, which is insane. So anyways, I'm going to put the highlights on.
Good
Watch it.
right hook too, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll put the highlights on and we could just talk through it. All right, so we have the NCAA highlights going on.
Yep.
I'm sure that you've already seen majority of his highlights.
Yeah. Special player.
Yeah, special players, high
IQ.
High IQ.
Yeah.
That's what really sets him apart, I think, from everybody else in this draft. But
you even see him at the World Juniors, you could tell that there's something special about him, right? Like he's in the corners and he's able to pick players.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't his best performance in the World Juniors.
Yeah. But even just like you could see certain glimpses, because I remember a couple times he was in the corner, like no play whatsoever, and someone just makes a cut and I don't know how he found those players.
Yeah, because he just processed the game like so much faster than everybody else, right? So great shot. I think he has a really good release. Anticipates plays just ahead of time. So look at that go. Look at that speed.
And I think
is that quick release too. Like we're just watching that right there.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say one thing too is like certainly for the Leafs, like I don't think they should go this route, but like if they do end up, which is most likely they are anyways, right now that they've announced it, is I think it's good because they'll inject pace into their lineup, right? Like I think that's something they're kind of getting slower, a bit older. Yeah, and so I think this will help them in that respect too. Yeah,
like he always that's where you're gonna find that Marner in him. He could always find open lanes.
Mm-hmm.
Playmaking is amazing, but he could shoot more. Like he actually shoots more than Marner. So he's much more aggressive. So you can't just back off and just try to close out lanes. He's just going to shoot them.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, I do think that he makes his teammates better. Like he's just that kind of player. Like he doesn't really focus on just north-south skating.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like edge work, cuts,
Do you think?
Then he opens up plays.
Do you think he's like, just talking to the Leafs fan? Do you think he's gonna hit the ground running, or how do you think it's gonna work out? Because the Leafs are apparently they're in win now, right?
Well, listen. I mean, one thing we saw in the NCAA is that it took him a couple of games before he got going. Like the second half is when he started going off. The first half, he was trying to figure it out because it's such a big jump from the WHL straight to the NCAA.
It's a more physical game, I think.
More physical. You're playing against guys who are 21 to 24 years old, right? And you're what, 18? What, 17? Yeah, 17.
17.
So think about it. There's a big jump. And people are not giving him any rope. Like give him some time to adjust. And I think that's the thing for Leaf fans. I just think you got to be patient. He's not going to be a Lord and Savior. Like he's not going to come and just save you. That's not what's going to happen. Like he needs time to adjust. So I think it could be half a season. It could be a full season. To be honest, like I would maybe even keep him in the NCAA for another year.
And just let him
grow. Let him grow. I mean, I don't think people are going to want to hear that. I don't think he's 100% ready. I just think that there is going to be a lot of pressure. Just coming the first year. I just think maybe just keep him in Penn State for another year. He had 51 points last year. Maybe you could beat that record.
Honestly,
next year,
I'm the opposite. I'm like trying, like I get it. It's gonna be a big jump for him, even coming from NCAA to NHL.
Yeah.
But I think you kind of get him exposed to as many games as you can, right, in the NHL. Give him, because then think about it like this: he spends another year in the NCAA, and then next year is gonna be his first year. Then next year he's gonna get used to the NHL. So might as well just stick.
I think he, like, second half he dominated the NCAA. I just feel like it's not the adjustment period. Like, what's the rush? Like, what's really the rush? Give him another year. Like, why are you gonna ruin this guy's confidence or anything? Like, if he goes back there, maybe drops like 80 points, 90 points, and then he's more confident now to take the next step. I think instead of him spending 20, 25 games to adjust, next year he could take maybe 5 games to adjust, and he's there. And then you just give him more success. I just feel like you're giving that guy more chance. Do you want to really pull a move where he just loses all his confidence and then he can't get back? Because you're not going to send him back to the NCAA.
I don't know. I don't think he's like lacking confidence.
No, but right? I think in Toronto, there is players that lose confidence very quick.
This is going to be, I think, a bigger challenge is just playing in Toronto because. Like the Leafs aren't in playoffs right now, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And the media is still talking about ex-Leaf players, and they're talking about them not as players for their current team, but that's what I'm saying. I think the media, like a lot of people say, yeah, it's just the media, but I think just having that much of a spotlight on you as well.
Well, yeah.
Will you be able to
I think it is the media, to be honest. I think even next year, if Gavin McKenna does get drafted, he does handle pressure real well because the NCAA move, he's the one who opened the doors for everybody else. I think he does handle it well. I just think that it's going to be the media that's going to keep pushing the narrative over and over again, pushing fans to feel like, they could just make a run again. I think that's unrealistic expectations.
Well, even like let's say the Leafs come out and they had like a flying start to the season, right? It just builds up even more pressure. Like maybe it takes some off him, but then I think like as fans, a lot of people are going to get caught up with it and I know we're taking away from him and we're talking about the
no, but overall, I just think right? Like his weaknesses, the things, the reason why I don't want to be there, I just feel like he hasn't built enough muscle yet. Like he's still on the smaller side.
Well, he's only 17.
Yeah, that's why I think
turning 18, right?
Just sending him to the NHL, I think you're just sending him to the Wolves. His defensive game is not really polished either yet. Like you saw that in the World Juniors, that's where he starts having issues.
Tries to make too many moves.
Many moves too. Just defensively, he's not there. So I think maybe if he's playing in the program for one more year and just give him some time to grow, then you'll be ready. You'll be a more polished player once he starts hitting his prime. I think there's no rush. There's only one player that I think he's 100% ready, and I don't think that's Gavin McKenna. I don't think he's ready yet. So that's just personally what I'm saying. But yeah, he had 129 points in the WHL, killed it. If he was still playing the WHL, we would maybe have this different conversation. A lot of people would be like, oh yeah, he's instantly number one. And now people are looking at the draft and they're putting, other guys above him like Stenberg, right? And
I think even potential wise, I think he has the highest.
He has the highest upside.
That's exactly it. Yeah, highest cap, highest upside.
Yeah,
in the draft.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like for me, he has to go first, right? That's what I'm thinking.
Listen, he finished second amongst all players on points per game in the NCAA. I think about like his age, you know? I don't think people are giving him enough praise, man. But he's what people have been talking about it since he was 13 as a generational player.
Yeah.
And that narrative disappeared the first half of the NCAA. Like that's how much pressure that's been on him.
Well, even the crazy part too is like he went to NCAA and he didn't go to like a premier program. He went to Penn State, right?
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy because it's a Big Ten school, but he didn't go to like a Michigan. He didn't go to a Denver or like one of those other programs, right?
Yeah.
North Dakota.
Bro, he broke Penn State's all-time assist record for one season with 36 assists. First season just comes and does that.
That's it.
And like no, and then it's like, all right, it's not being talked about.
No, he's definitely special.
Yeah, even for a freshman, like broke the goals. I think goals and points. I think he broke the NCAA, like the Penn State record too for a freshman, right? Yeah, no, he is special, man.
Yeah, hopefully.
I remember watching him in Medicine Hat. He's brilliant there, and I still think I think he's just getting better.
Well, I hope he has remember Matthew's first game with the Leafs. Hopefully, he has like a similar start to that, right?
Yeah. So there's comparisons. I'm gonna give you 3 comparisons of what I think the complete. I think ceiling, like just the top of the top, the realistic, and then the floor. So I think his just getting to the top. I think it's Kucherov, just the way he cuts, the way he opens it up. Because Kucherov's such a brilliant player where sometimes his playmaking abilities gets taken away. Like when fans look at him because they look at him as a goal scorer because he's always up there, right? But as a playmaker, he's so elite. Like he has eyes on the back of his head, and I feel like Gavin McKenna has that. He just needs to working on muscle and defensive game, but I think that ceiling is there for Kucherov. Realistic, just the playmaking abilities and the way he skates, it could be a Mitch Marner, like just the way he opens the game up
for everyone else. Yeah.
Everyone else, and because the only difference I would say with Mitch Marner, why I don't think he's really a Mitch Marner, I think he's just because he shoots more, he gets more respect from his shot than Marner does. Take it away from the finals from Marner, but overall from his entire career with Marner, it's just like he's not a shooter, right? So, and then the floor. Let's just say the defensive game doesn't work out. Then it's Trevor Zegras, where you're a very flashy player, and your defensive game doesn't build up, and you're not a bigger guy with muscle. You're getting pushed around. That would be. I don't think that's realistic, personally.
He's 6 foot and 18, you know, so he's still gonna fill
out,
I
think right? I personally think he's gonna be better than Zegras. That's my thing, but
that's pretty
yeah. I think running right off the bat, I think he will be better than Zegras. Like I'm talking about Zegras' entire. I'm looking at his overall career. I'm not just looking at this year, because this year Zegras had a much better year than any other years he has had in the past. But I'm just looking at his overall career, and I think that McKenna is just going to be better on the jump than him. So the actual talking point, like with McKenna, is that are you going to put him in the first year with guys like Bedard, Sidney Crosby, Nathan McKinnon, the guys who came in the first year and they're expected to be generational players, because that was the label that was on McKenna to begin with? Or did that expectation drop now from what it used to be a couple of years ago, and now people are just looking at him as a franchise player?
Honestly, I see him hitting the ground running. Honestly, I like a lot of people are going to say, like, I think he'll need some time to adjust. Yeah. And but I honestly, like, the way he plays and stuff like that, I feel like, and also too, he's coming to a team that has some pieces. It's not like he's going to like a Phoenix when Phoenix was horrible where they had no one, right? Yeah. Like there's talent on this Leafs team. So
for sure.
So 100%, like I feel like him coming to Leafs in similar situation, like, Matthews has been the same, almost exact same situation he's been in, right? Yeah. So kind of having someone to lean on like that.
I personally think if he's playing with guys like John Tavares and he's playing with Nylander, I know the defensive game isn't that great alongside Nylander, where you got a guy like Tavares, but he has such a good shot. He's going to be able to trick defenders. You're opening up Nylander. And I just think that's going to be, I don't know. I'm just visioning it. I think that's going to be a better fit. and it's just gonna be a deadly combination, especially on the power play. So I still do see him on the generational side, man. Like, cause I've been following him for more than 3 years, right? So maybe I'm a little more biased in a way, cause I'm not just taking his NCAA, but I think if he stays in the NCAA for 1 year and comes next year, then the generational label will come on him. Well, I think he will, because next year he's gonna drop like 80 points in the NCAA. It's gonna be ridiculous. But if he comes in this year, I think a lot of people are going to take that label away because they're going to expect so much from him right away.
I don't know. I think like people need to be realistic. I think like situational wise, like he's not going to the worst team. Like he's not. I think him coming to Toronto, like imagine if Vancouver got the first, right? Yeah, or something like that. I think he's coming to a good situation. Yeah. Like I know it's kind of hard hearing it from a Toronto fan, but no. But honestly, like I think Toronto has pieces. It's just we had like a really bad year last year, and I feel like there's some pieces around that can kind of help him out.
So do you see him more of a generational player or a franchise
generational
player? Generational. Okay,
100%.
Because that generational label, doesn't really come on any player. There's
100%. You can't be like hyping up a player when he's like 3 years out from the draft and him not being generational, right? Yeah,
exactly. So it's because the path he took from the WHL that changed everything. Because they just expected that he's going to drop 134 points in the NCAA. Like, are you ridiculous? Like, that was never going to happen. No. That was not realistic at all. So 100%. If he comes, or just for me to finish off with Gavin McKenna, but if he is playing next year with the Leafs, I think if he drops 45 points, that's really amazing.
Good. I think so too.
That's amazing, because I think even McDavid dropped 51. I know he got injured, but I think he was like close to 50, 51, 52 from what I'm guessing. But for a rookie, that's amazing.
Yeah, I would say like 15 goals, 25 assists, somewhere around that mark. But I think, honestly, he'll even do better than that. Yeah, exactly. Especially if he's playing on the top two lines.
Yeah. Number 2 on the elite prospect scouting report, which is Ivar Stenberg. Are you surprised that he's number 2? What do you expect?
Honestly, like in terms of talent wise, I'm not surprised he's number 2. Yeah. Will he go number 2 overall? That's another question, right?
I think it would be pretty stupid not to take him. But anyways, Frölunda, he played in the SHL, 33 points in 43 games. He had 11 goals, 22 assists. He's 6 foot, 181 pounds. Same thing. This guy's hockey IQ is elite. I think he's the most NHL ready. I think from a lot of the players that we're going to talk about, when I was saying that there's only one player, I think that's him. Stenberg. He could come out just right off the bat, first year, dominating, winning the Calder next year. Like, I could see Stenberg doing that. That's what I have him. Like, you'll notice in the highlights as well, just like very good situational awareness with him. Opens the ice up before the defenders even realize like what the hell just happened. He has a third highest scoring season. By a draft eligible player in SHL history.
And the other 2 guys were one was Sedin's, right?
I believe so. Yeah. Like, this kid actually has a motor, man, and he's such a great playmaker too. Like, for
physically, he's pretty. Like, he's more physical. I guess. Like,
he plays physically. Plays much more physical. That's for sure. Same thing. I think he's a dual threat as well. Like, he has a quick release. I think he just, like, with his motor, he is more polished, like 200-foot hockey. Like, defensively, he's much better than McKenna.
You can just watch him at the Worlds too, right?
Like, he's so noticeable, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, think about it. Like, the size that he is a power forward, but he still needs to. I still feel like he needs to beef up a little bit more. In the World Juniors, he had 10 points in 7 games. So I think with Gavin McKenna, it's the same thing with Stenberg. I think sometimes he gets a little too pretty as well. And then he starts making the extra move when he doesn't need to. And I think a lot of the younger players, and we talked about it in the OHL draft, the Q, a lot of the players have this issue where they're not realizing when they do way too much and when they got to just stop.
Well, the problem is right, when they're kind of coming up, they could do those 3 moves and get away with it, right? But it gets,
as you start progressing,
and the level
that space is
competition
going
gets
away,
tighter
so
and
you
tighter,
can't just keep relying on that. And you continue doing those things.
Because the habits are there, right? But it just takes a little bit. 100%. But like I said, it's just going to take a couple of games and then they'll start to form new habits, right?
Yeah.
Especially when like your entire career, like you've been getting away with it, getting through like 2-3 guys. But now, you know what I mean? The competition is so much higher. Yeah. So there's going to be a little bit of adjustment.
Exactly. Yeah.
One thing I noticed too, he's really good at shielding the puck.
Yes.
From opposition players too. And, you know, like I said, you were saying too, he kind of plays like kind of like a power forward. But, but still, like that's really.
Like with him, I just feel like the reason why I think he's more NHL ready like next year is because I could see him just fitting in the third line on a team. Like if San Jose takes him, he just slots in the third line. He's going to be adding so much energy. Like you're not going to expect him just to go and start scoring like crazy, but he's going to make an impact right away.
Just like a Seneke, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty much. I think that's where they put him this year
just throw him on the third line and just let him ride.
Yeah.
Right. And then on the power play, if you want to throw him in there, you can. But then, you just continue playing him and just kind of not sheltered minutes, but you're playing him very certain situations, right? Trying to get him away from the bigger guys, the top end talent. So for projection wise, I think because he's a winger. So projection wise, I have either like a mini Sebastian Aho, who's very smart, as you already know, and we're watching him right now. Or on the other end, that's Mark Stone, right? Like I feel like that's his ceiling. I think he could hit that. Like he has that motor. He's so smart. Just like skating styles, IQ, special just awareness of all the players. I think he has that. So even his stick checking, very similar. So that's like his absolute ceiling. And then realistically, he could become maybe like a William Eklund, which is also San Jose player, where he could just be just a puck distributing winger, right? Add energy. So you're going to have more of like a borderline top 6 player. Still not bad, but that's kind of a little, that's where the difference is between Gavin McKenna and him, just the upside, right?
No, definitely. I agree with you to 100%. I think he's the most polished player coming out.
Yeah.
It's just that thing that separates him from McKenna is just that ceiling,
right? And you got to take the guy who has the most potential, for sure.
Especially because you're looking at this not as like a 1-year thing, right? It's your player that you're gonna have hopefully for a while, right?
I would, guy with like Stenberg, I feel like this is the kind of guy that you win cups with. Like he has it. You could put him in, like as he starts growing and maybe he starts becoming too pretty at times. Like you could, like I think a coach could rely on him on defensive assignments as well. And so on his maybe the low, like his floor, it could be like a Terry Lehkonen from the Colorado Avalanche, who moves up and down the lineup based on what the team needs. Right. Yeah. Like he just, because he's a dog, man. He doesn't give up on a play.
No, he is high motor.
Him.
High motor, right?
Yeah, high motor, but it's not even that. Like he doesn't give up. He loses the puck, he's gonna go fight for it again, and he's gonna go try to win it. And that's what Lehkonen does as well. Right. Like, look, see, watch him right there. Look, his stick just comes out. He already saw the play. He didn't do anything. That's it. Stick check. He just helped his teammate. And that's it. Now puck's out. Right? Like, look how he's hunting.
Yep.
Like, he's very smart. Like, he already with Stenberg, like, he knew where all his players are without even looking. Like, he's just a very smart player. So, yeah, overall, I think he's the most complete player in this draft. And I understand a lot of people that, we had a lot of people responding to us too in the past and saying that, no, he's the number one guy. But yeah, as we said, it's just maybe the special gift that we have seen in McKenna in the last few years. I think the promise is there. And that's the reason why he'll get drafted first over Stenberg. But this guy, I know for a fact that you draft him, you're building a team that's definitely going to be tough to play against in the playoffs.
Well, I think, even comparing the two as well, I think Stenberg is probably the safer pick in terms of like, someone that you're like pretty sure that won't be a bust and he'll work out. McKenna, there's like a little bit of risk with him, but still, I think if he's available, which he will be if you're having the number one pick, you take him.
Yeah.
Over.
No, exactly. That's why I think that like a team like San Jose shouldn't just drop out just because they have a lot of wingers. I feel like this guy's a little different than what you guys have, man. You guys need somebody like him.
I don't know. I think he's gonna fall prime spot for Vancouver because I genuinely think San Jose, like, they desperately need a defenseman. I think they only have 4 signed.
No, I get it, but my issue with that is like the positional thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are other defensemen later on in the draft that you can go for, and I don't know, man. I just think you can't just let go of a guy like this. I think he's too good, and he showed it in the SHL playing at the age of 16.
They're so deep at center too, right? Already.
Yeah. No, but he's a winger. He's a left winger.
Oh, he's a winger. That's
he's
right.
a winger, right? So, I mean, I get it. They have a lot of wingers, but still, just hard letting go of that, man. He's too talented. Number 3 in the elite prospects is Chase Reid out of Sault Ste. Marie.
Kind of surprising a little bit.
You think so?
Honestly, I thought it's the same thing, right? That we just talked about with Stenberg and McKenna.
Yeah.
I think for me, I had Verhoff higher because of the potential upside. But then I think, like you said, Chase Reid, he's probably that.
Anyways, I don't want to say it to you. But I'll keep the suspense going as the players go on, where all they're ranked according to elite prospects. But yeah.
I know you were telling me before Verhoff drops down quite a bit, right?
Yeah, he didn't have a good year this year. So, but anyways, out of Sault Ste. Marie, he also played in the NCAA the year before he got let go.
Mm-hmm.
Comes here and they didn't expect him to have this kind of upside. I forgot where he was playing last year, NCAA. I don't know. I don't remember the team. But anyways, in 45 games, 18 goals, 30 assists, 48 points as a defenseman, 6'2", 188 pounds. So big boy. He's considered as an offensive defenseman, what pretty much every team's looking for, right? He is the most dynamic. I would say he's the most dynamic offensive defenseman in this entire draft. Maybe not the most complete, but he is the most offensive. He joins rushes, of course. With joining rushes, you got issues with maybe joining rushes on the wrong times.
And
you're gonna have those issues.
Leaving yourself open on the
right?
Defense.
Yeah. So he will create offense from the back end. You could completely rely on him to do that. I mean, typically it's like that. Typically for a defenseman, but he's not too reckless when he goes offensive. There are times that he is able to read the play. He just needs to get a little more better at it. Of course,
well, I think that comes with experience, right?
Yeah, for sure. He does join the rush, but then he also knows when to escape and go back and actually skate back instead of just getting caught. And then the next thing you know, it's a 3-on-1, you know? So yeah, just having his highlights on, so you'll see him right now.
One thing that you could pick up right away just from his highlights is he's really good at leading the rush.
Yeah,
from his own end, right?
No, definitely.
Good. Like, I think that skating helps him a lot here, right?
Like, yeah, offensively he could read the entire play. Like, he knows when to go and rush, join the rush. Like right now, you're gonna see it. He joins in. No, I'm a winger now. Right? Like, you just saw that. That was beautiful.
And it's crazy too, because like I think his very first clip on the highlight was him joining the rush, but he's not only just looking to make a run to the net, he's also keeping his head up to look for someone else, making a cut and then catching him on the other side too, right?
Yes.
So a great vision.
He's going to be a number 1 power play guy, that's for sure. He's very competitive. So yeah, teams are definitely looking for a guy like that, because especially when you look at guys like Lane Hudson, Quinn Hughes, and Makar. Now, not every team has that, so they see somebody who may have that upside, and then now they're going to be chasing for him, right? Well, no pun intended.
Well, every team has their wants, right?
Yeah. So even though sometimes he does seem like he's fighting pucks with guys who are bigger than him, he still ends up becoming very, like, he does get aggressive and wins puck battles. So, but yeah, but like his just weaknesses in general, like he just sometimes gets way too aggressive, and that he needs to get better on, right? And of course, same thing with Lane Hudson when he came, just need time.
Well, here's my question to you, right? Like, one of his key attributes is that he's so aggressive in joining the rush. Yeah. Do you feel like if he starts to become more conservative, it kind of takes away from, like, his skill set and kind of who he is as a player? No,
but like, I mean, look at Cale Makar on the example. Like, he's so offensive, right? But he came into the league and he started polishing up. So now he is one of the best defensemen as well, right? So I don't think he takes away, man. It's just that your awareness needs to get a little better, because the game is going to get, like, it's going to be 2 steps ahead, like 2 steps faster than what it was before. So now you got to think quicker. I don't think it will take it away, man. I mean, it does depend on the coaching too. And then it also depends on your line mate, who you're playing with. Because if you don't have somebody who's like a steady rock, could help you out and bail you out, and you have another defenseman who also likes joining the rush, yeah, then you're kind of hesitating now, right? So it does matter.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Like in terms of Leafs, honestly, I wish they kind of dropped down.
Yeah.
And they went with someone like this. Like pick a defenseman. I think that's something that we needed, but
I always think you pick the best player available. And then you gotta have really good scouts where they'll find diamonds, really good gems afterward. Like second round, your third rounds, you find those defensemen. You know, maybe a guy like Ryan Lynn who drops down a little bit. You start looking for defensemen who are maybe a little more under the radar. But yeah, like scouts are saying that he still needs, even though he's 6'2", but he needs to still add some muscle for sure. Yeah, sometimes he gets pushed around, so he needs to work on that. But yeah, same thing. He is a very NHL prototype defenseman.
Yep.
And that's where the game is headed. And this is pretty much the future of an offensive defenseman.
Even from his own end, you could see his vision too.
Yeah.
He picks out good passes to his wingers, making cuts.
Yeah. Like, think about it. He has 18 goals in 45 games as a defenseman. That's very impressive. And he's a right hand shot. Like, that's brownie points for every coach. Like, oh my God, he's a right hand shot. It's so rare. We have to draft him. So those things can change everything.
Right-hand shots really that like hard to find?
Right-hand shots are very hard to find.
Really?
Yes.
Hey, GM, holla at your boy.
Yeah. Very hard to find. So Chase Reid's one of them. But yeah, ceiling-wise, it's like Cale Makar type. I want to say exactly that, right? But that's where his thing is because of his like incredible skating and his just creating on the rush. His amazing really shots as well. Vision is amazing. But what separates him from Makar, why he just can't be there, is just explosiveness on the first two steps. I don't think he has that. Maybe he will build that, but I don't think he will. So that's what is going to kind of separate him. He's not like in a he's a really good skater, but he's not like an elite skater. He's not like Makar, which that's his bread and butter, right? And then I would say realistic defensemen, if he fills up, I could see him more like a Dougie Hamilton. Like, that's where I see him. You still have him on the first power play, right-hand shot, of course, just like him. And then he just pretty much takes clappers from the blue line. As you were saying, like, maybe he gets a little more conservative, which could happen to him because his defensive game needs to get better. So realistically, I feel like maybe Dougie Hamilton is where he starts aiming towards once he starts playing in the NHL. And if I want to say a floor, it'll be, remember Justin Schultz?
Yep.
With the Oilers, where he's such an offensive guy that defensively he completely lacks, but he's such a power play specialist. You get you those 50 points. That could happen if the defensive game doesn't work out, if he doesn't improve on that. So
the way he's joining, I was gonna say the way he's joining the rushes, you might even put him up on wing.
Yeah, but I mean, when was the last time that ever happened? Yeah. Where you just move your defenseman into a winger?
Yeah, usually it's the other way around.
Other way around if you do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think that same thing. It's just, I mean, if he was more like if he had explosive skating, then I could say maybe teams could look at him even drafting higher at 2 or 1 if he had that. I don't think he has that, the upside where Gavin McKenna's upside is, according to Chase Reid's. So I'm just giving you the reasons why every single player will not be able to become a first overall. And I think that's what it is explosive skating. If he had that, I think he would be maybe fighting for that first overall spot. But no, man, Gavin McKenna's been doing it for too long. All right. So number 4, Carson Carels. That's who your number 4 is. So are you surprised about this at all?
A little bit. Like, honestly, like, I kind of saw Verhoff, especially because you were talking earlier. Like, I honestly, when you're drafting a player, I see, like, it's not just a 1 year thing. Like he had a bad year this year. You look at him like potential. I see he's still only 17, right? So I had Verhoff like a little bit higher. Sure, he didn't have that great of a year this year, but the talent's there.
Yeah. So with Carels, 6'2", 194 pounds in 58 games, he had 73 points, 20 goals, 53 assists. Yeah. So played for Prince George. So he's considered the most smartest defenseman is in this entire draft. He's what's the word? He plays really good under pressure. Doesn't panic at all.
Nice hands too.
Very good hands. He had 62 assists, man, this year. Insane.
Same thing you're seeing with Chase Reid. Like he's jumping up in the rush quite a bit.
Yeah. I mean that's where your prototypical defenseman, that's where it's going, right? That's where the game is going. Like his breakouts are really lethal, man. He's such good. I'll say personally, like if I had to go and jump for a defenseman, I think it's Carels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very smooth skater. Very smooth skater.
Good vision too.
Yeah. Like lateral movement's really good too. He has a good shot as well.
Another play where he's just jumping to the net, right?
Yeah. Good footwork. Like he's so poised under pressure, man. Like he doesn't just call for the puck just because like there's two guys about to attack him. He opens it up. Like, so right now scouts are looking at him. They're just seeing that he has the NHL size. So size also works for him.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to Chase Reid. I know he has the height, but the weight is not. He doesn't have the muscle. He doesn't get pushed around like that. Same thing. This guy could run the power play as well, right? Yeah.
Nice slap shot too.
Yeah.
So something like a dying art.
So they're saying his weaknesses wise, like he does get physical, but there are times where he should get physical, but then he doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of one of them. Defensive consistency is another one, right? Just like Chase Reid. I mean, that is what you're gonna get if you're going for such an offensive defenseman.
No, like you said, like I think between him and Chase Reid, Tyler, very similar.
Yeah. But he is more physical, man. Like he does throw his body around much more than Chase Reid does.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I could see a hit come up in the highlights.
That's one thing I like about him, man. A defenseman who could still throw his weight around. Wow, look at that speed, man. I think he's a faster skater, man.
That burst is definitely there. Yeah. Like, look how he splits the defenseman here,
for
right?
Sure. Like, if I'm going for a defenseman, I'm definitely going for him. Like, he is more of a playmaker than he is going to be as a goal scorer.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's a better thing to have as a defenseman, when you could just make your teammates better, especially on the power play, right?
Especially the way the league's going too now. Like everyone wants their defenseman to contribute now, too, right? You can't just be a stay-at-home defenseman and not put up anything, right?
Yeah. I personally think he's more safer than Chase Reid is. He had 62 assists, man. 65 games.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. He had 53 assists. Yeah, so 62 assists in 65 games. That's including, I believe, playoffs.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to, like, criticize him, too, because he plays in WHL, right?
Yeah.
And WHL's not quite as good as the O in terms of competition, but...
Yeah, for sure.
Still, man, putting up that many points and stuff like that, it's still, like, an accomplishment, right? You're not playing against, like, bums, right?
Yeah. Like, he's been... Throughout the entire year, he's just been moving higher and higher in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't believe he was projected in the top 5. I think barely he was top 10.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just kept moving up. So, I don't know, man. Like, I was having a little difficulty with projections because sometimes, I don't know, because maybe I'm doing it more on the size, but I could look at him more of like Thomas Chabot. But I think he's more explosive than Thomas Chabot is.
Yeah, definitely.
Thomas Chabot has a little bit more he's more polished defensively, I believe. And then maybe realistic. He could turn into a Devon Taves because he is very smart on all three sides, but he's such an offensive defenseman. I don't know. I was having a tough time, man, because I don't think it's Devon Taves, and his floor I had Jake Bean. I don't think that's it either. So
even floor, I was thinking like someone like Morgan Riley, right? Even
Yeah. Morgan Riley doesn't. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
When he came out, he was supposed to be an offensive guy, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure. He's more of a playmaker. I don't think he ever had a lethal shot like him, and he's never as physical.
Yeah.
I don't think so, man. I think he's such a good fit in Calgary. I think he'll be really good if he somehow does drop down
to what, 6th, right?
Yeah, like if teams start chasing for Caleb Malhotra or anything like that, and they want a center, and then he drops down, I think he's a steal. Now you have two defensemen who are not identical,
but very similar.
Very similar. So are you going to draft higher for defensemen when you feel like there could be other defensemen that were gonna move high, but they're moving lower, and the only reason why they're moving lower is because guys like this are taking over. So there may be many more defensemen late in the first or early in the seconds that you could go for instead of paying a premium.
Well, the thing about that too is just like how what's your window as well, right? Like how long you're willing to wait for these prospects to come, because I bet you a lot of these guys drafted later in the later part of the first are definitely going to probably go back to their OHL team or their CHL or take a year and go play in the NCAA, right? So
yeah, just to recap, I just think with Chase Reid being a right-handed defenseman does give him the edge. But I think with Carels, I think he had more of the physicality, and his body's ready, more NHL ready right now. So I would rather. So now it depends on that. Sault Ste. Marie playing in the OHL, but then also in NCAA didn't play that well the year before. I think Carels has
said, right? It just all comes down to a team likes more, right?
Yeah.
Like in terms of like, I honestly don't see that much of a difference between the two. But it's just like whoever a team really likes. I think whoever drafts, whatever team drafts either or is going to get a good solid defenseman. Yeah. Either way, right?
Prospect number 5 on Elite Prospects ranking is Caleb Malhotra out of the Brantford Bulldogs. Centerman, had 84 points, 67 games. He had 29 goals, 55 assists. And he's 6'2", 185 pounds. So we have his highlights on right now. He's a very smart centerman. And dude, this guy moved up. He moved up so much in the rankings. If you go look at it from the beginning of the year, now some teams are just putting him at number 3.
Well, even still, right? I think he dropped kind of a little because Brantford did so bad in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right after finishing top.
Overall, they had a good season.
They had a really good season. They were the best team in the league, right?
Yeah.
And I think his stock kind of fell a little bit just because of how bad they did in the playoffs. But like you were talking about too, one of the smartest players in the draft, and I think that kind of helps because he's probably definitely comes from his dad, right?
Yeah, he is. I would say he's the smartest center. That would just I don't know. No, actually, there's another center I think is maybe smarter, but doesn't get through it. But he's one of the smartest centers. For 100%. Sure. He processes the game very fast. Very quickly.
And that's probably definitely got to come from him being around hockey at
that's what it is. That you have a huge advantage, right? Being with a father like Manny Malhotra.
And even his dad's a coach now, right? Yeah, so even still, passing that on to your kids.
Yeah. But yeah, two-way. He's a two-way complete centerman. I mean, teams are looking for that, right? Like they're desperate. They know they can't find in free agency. So why not draft? Well, look at that move. Like he saw him coming from a mile away.
Very risky in your own
that was very risky. That will definitely not work in the NHL, but just the fact that it's his awareness. Quick release as well. So many 2-on-1s. Shit. Yeah. Yeah, but like he drives to the net as you're already seeing right now.
He dropping gloves too?
Yeah, look at that. But as you saw from the 2-on-1s too, look how quick his release is.
Well, even
the goaltender doesn't even have a chance.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say goaltender doesn't know whether he's gonna shoot it or pass it.
And even when the goalie is ready to actually see his release, it's already gone. It's off his stick. Right.
And it's just the way, I think Austin Matthews was like the first kind of
the quick release.
The quick release, right?
So look at that, like the defensive, just how he took that puck off the defenseman. He gave him no size, no angles, because he was trying to break out. Look, still right there, his stick check.
I was gonna say great forecheck and even great vision to find the player cutting in, right?
Yeah, exactly. But the downside with him is that he's not an explosive center, man. You can't rely heavily on his speed. First few steps aren't the quickest. So how is that going to translate into the NHL?
But one thing too is like he's a pretty big kid, right?
Yeah, he's a big kid for sure.
I think that helps him a lot more, whereas speed isn't there.
Yeah.
But no, I want to kind of curious to see your comparables because when I see him now, I'm thinking of a player.
Okay, good. Just keep it.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna ask you, and then you tell me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so face-off wise, overall, like just overall the season for Brantford, I think he was way less than 50%. So he's not great on the face-off line either. And as being a really good centerman, you have to be a good. You have to win face-offs at least 50%, man. He just has to. And I guess being Malhotra. And he's such a great face-off guy. Like he would definitely be able to fix that for sure. See, just the way he finds his teammates.
Mm-hmm. No, vision's definitely
vision
there too.
Is amazing, man.
Like, one thing you were talking about is skating. Like he's a good skater. It's not, he might not be the fastest.
Yeah.
But he's really good on
as long as he keeps relying on his smarts, he's one step ahead of everybody else. It'll translate. But you in this era, man, you need speed.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Even
not to say he's slow, right?
Yeah. I'm not saying he's slow either. Yeah.
But like comparing him to like other players in this draft class, definitely.
Yeah. He is one of the youngest guys in this draft, just because of his birthday. So
one thing that I noticed too,
maybe next year he would have been number 2. Right?
One thing I noticed too in his play is he's able to slow the game down quite a bit.
Yeah, even like physical strength, like they're saying that even though he is a big guy, but he doesn't use his body like he should.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that is something also with age. Gonna be building on that.
It's like I want to say I was gonna say that's like probably the third or fourth highlight already that we've seen where he's been able to strip the defenseman and kind of go out.
See that lateral movement? It looked like he was about to go to the right, and the way he took that huge step to move to the left.
100%. Like I said, like you're saying, like skating, like he might not be the fastest, but he's not a bad skater.
It's the explosiveness. It's the first few steps. That's where he has to work on.
Mm-hmm. Great release, like you said.
Yeah. But the biggest question mark with him is his offensive capabilities of just scoring.
Mm-hmm.
How far is his ceiling? That's where the scouts are being a little questionable with him at the NHL pace. Like, will he ever be there? Or is he just going to be a second or third line center? Right? Yeah. Like, what is he going to turn into?
Well, even you're talking about IQ and talking about scoring and stuff now too. There's a couple times in his highlights he doesn't release the puck right away. He'll wait till he puts the defenseman in a position where he's screening his old goalie, right?
Yeah.
I noticed that like a couple times just watching it already.
Well, his smarts, right? He's just looking around, looking at his teammates, or he looks for an opening.
Yeah.
But think about it, in the beginning of the year, he was outside the top 10
mm-hmm.
in the draft. And now everybody has him in the top 5. Like, he just looks like he's guaranteed going to be in the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. So now we could talk about projections. So who do you have in mind?
Honestly, I was saying like Eric Staal.
Yeah, Eric Staal. That's a good one. Eric Staal is a good comparison.
Yeah, like when I'm seeing him play, I'm like, that's who I thought about.
Yeah, that's actually a really good. I think a really good realistic.
Because Staal too wasn't the fastest player, but the hockey IQ was definitely there for him, right?
Yeah.
The only thing that kind of separates him, Eric Stahl's really good on faceoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's who I'm thinking of when I see him.
I think my ceiling for him is maybe like an Anse Kopitar.
Okay.
Guy, just very smart player.
Yeah. And
just IQ is through the roof, best two-way. So you could see him trying to fight for a Selke in the future, right? Just makes impacts even when he doesn't have the puck, and just very responsible defensively as well. Like, just won't be cheating. His puck possession, right? Of course, just like Anse Kopitar, I think puck possession is going to be really good as well. But difference is that I just think Anse Kopitar actually uses his body more. Like, he uses his frame more than Malhotra does at the moment. So that's maybe the difference between what Anse Kopitar is and what he needs to work on. Is he has to start using his body a little more, just to kind of protect it and maybe even try to win puck battles like that. Just try to use his physicality. And realistic, you had Eric Stahl, which is a pretty good one. I have, if face-offs get really good, I think more like Ryan O'Reilly.
Yep.
Right? Very responsible, highly intelligent. Just like stick checking too. You know, like Ryan O'Reilly's known for that as well. Defensively, he's amazing. Trusted in every scenario. And let's just say his skating doesn't get to that point. Maybe in the NHL, it doesn't replicate. Maybe his offensive ceiling's not there anymore, and he's more relied on defensively. Then I think his floor is like a Danault. Mm-hmm. Like when Danault is in prime, like, you know, a guy who plays second line center to a third line center, kill penalties, you know. So just reliable. He'd be more like a defensive specialist then. That's like the floor. I don't see that. I think he's gonna have a better upside. It depends on his growth in the next few years, right? Like, how is he used? Is he gonna go back to the OHL next year? A lot of things, because even with him,
you didn't use that one more year, right?
Yeah. I see. I would. It would be interesting if he somehow could go to the NCAA next year.
He's 18, right? Once you're 18, you can go.
I think that would be a good choice for him.
I was gonna say, speaking of his dad, do you think there's any chance Vancouver takes him at 3?
That's I mean, I could see it like such a Vancouver move. I think it depends. If Stenberg gets taken at number 2, then I could see him going number 3.
Mm-hmm.
But if Stenberg drops to 3, there's no way Vancouver is just letting go of Stenberg, man. I don't see it. And I don't see Vancouver taking a defenseman with their first pick. If a team wants to build for the future, you start with a centerman, right? So that could be the case. I mean, you could start with a number 1 defenseman as well, but I think he'll start with Cale Malhotra. So yeah, I could see him in Vancouver. Because I don't think Chicago's going to take Cale Malhotra. Rangers. Yeah, so Rangers I could see Rangers taking him. If he drops from Vancouver, I could see the Rangers taking Cale Malhotra. I think because I have a lot of prospects listed, and I don't think we're gonna have enough time today. I think we'll just finish off with the top 5, and then
let's do one more
next week. You want to do one more?
Let's do one more.
All right, we'll do one more.
I'm so excited.
This is gonna be a super long episode, but yeah, we'll do one more just because you said that. So, according to Elite Prospects, number 5, Wyatt Cullen. Are you surprised about this at all?
Definitely.
Yeah, I saw your face. You're like, what the hell? How did this happen? Yeah, but U.S. national under 18 team. He's 6'1", 181 pounds. He's a left winger. 40 games, 16 goals, 29 assists, 45 points. So we have his highlights on, so you get to see who he is. You want me to put it from the beginning?
No, I've been watching.
Okay. So strengths. He's known for being very deceptive, high IQ as well.
On the power play, you could see they put him up top on the point.
Yeah, exactly.
One thing you can tell, like, I like when, I know a lot of people are kind of against it now, but he's on the power play. You could tell he's very patient, waiting for an opening, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of people, they don't like that because it's just wasting time. A lot of times getting wasted just passing, but you're trying to open something up, right?
Yeah. As you could see from the highlights too, he's a very dynamic playmaker.
Oh, great.
Look at those hands, right? He was ranked, I think in the beginning of the year, he's ranked number 27 in a lot of other, he's outside the top 10 in a lot of the rankings, but then Elite Prospects has him at number 6. Oh, sorry. Yeah, number 6. Yeah. Insane. Like, look at that, huh? Ooh.
Just skate through everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a very good playmaker. He manipulates man defenders. He's pretty much, just the way he skates, he's very impossible to read. You just don't know which way he's going to go. Like, he is considered as, like, high-end skating. That's why he's moving up, is just his skating is taking him there.
Well, I think that's the thing, too,
right? See, look right here. You'll see it, too, right? He has an opening, and watch what he's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's really good puck control. You saw his hands, right? Like, he makes these small little moves.
Well, you know, it's the same thing. Like, I'm going to compare it a little bit to UFC, right? I know it's a little bit different. It's completely different.
Yeah.
But, like, UFC, like, they always say the base for fighters is supposed to be wrestling. Like, you know, that's your base. You have good wrestling, and then you'd start adding to it.
Yeah.
For hockey, I think the base should always be skating, right?
Yeah.
you start with skating. If you're a good skater, the hands, anything else, you can work on that and build.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah, but it's not. I think just the way he's ranked right now, I don't think they're just expecting him to just be in NHL.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Right now, the way he's moving to number 6, because they could see him playing as center as well. That's why they're moving up. There's not a lot of centers in this draft.
Mm-hmm.
He plays left wing, but teams do believe that he could play center as well. You could see like the puck is literally on a string. He makes the right play. Doesn't have to be a fancy play, but he makes the right play. The way he just dumped it in, right? Like he knew.
Just put into open areas where his guys can get it,
right? But the way he dumps it into it with his teammates and everything, I feel like those are more mature plays that he's already doing.
Mm-hmm. Those backtrack.
Yeah. So his weaknesses is his physicality right now. That's what they're saying.
Oh man!
And sometimes his engagement, like he's not. It's not like there's certain shifts. He does kind of get invisible.
I was gonna say one thing I'm kind of seeing, and it's like kind of common across like a couple of his highlights now.
Yeah.
Is he beats the first guy, sure, he beats the second guy, but then he tries to
then he tries the third guy, right?
Yeah, third or fourth guy, right? And it's like kind of a little bit more than anyone else we've been seeing too. So
yeah,
he might hold on to the puck too long sometimes.
Exactly. He's more of a playmaker, as much as he is a goal scorer. That's where his game mostly focused on. But defensively, he still could get better. He's not really there yet. And I think a lot of forwards have that same issue, unless you're a completely defensive forward, but then you don't have no offensive upside, right?
Oh, same thing, right? It's just he's just trying to. I think I'm kind of curious to see like will he get away with it in the next level? It's just he's being the first guy, being a second guy, and then he's trying to beat the third guy.
Yeah, but originally the reason why he was ranked so low too, and a lot of people didn't know, he was injured too. He was gone out for 22 games. And then all of a sudden now he started raising up the stock. He's just been going up. So they're saying that he had a huge growth spurt this year. He grew 5 inches and he gained 30 pounds this year.
That'll help your draft stock.
That helped his draft stock for sure. Now he's 6'1". Yeah. And he's also considered as a very big game performer. So when it's on the line, he's always there.
Mm-hmm.
So he did finish 3rd in the World Juniors with the most amount of points. In scoring. So projection-wise, upside, they're saying a Mitch Marner. A lot of players, those are the comparisons. Mitch Marner because of his high IQ, his motor, just playmaking abilities. And what he lacks right now is still that defensive game that Marner has, right? Becoming a penalty killer and just being more smart on the back end. So that's what he has to work on. His realistically what he could be, I would say it's maybe if he starts playing center, maybe a Nick Schmaltz from Utah. He's very creative, efficient playmaker. See, look, you saw that, right? Behind the back of his head, the way he saw that. Like he could find players even if there's 6-7 players around him. Like in a crowd, he'll still be able to find his player that's coming across.
I would say it's easier when the other team's wearing black and your team's.
What the hell? That's what is supposed to happen anyways.
No, I'm just joking.
Yeah. So yeah, you could definitely see him as a top 6. Realistically, I do see him as a top 6 player. On the low end, and I still think this is a great player, but that's Granlund. Mikael Granlund. You know me, how much I love that guy. Such a great player. High IQ. He's just a strong playmaker. And same thing, Granlund always shows up at the big games, right? He doesn't really rely on the physical tools just like Granlund, right? As well.
How do you have big games if you're a U.S. development team? They're all exhibition games.
Well, no, he played in the World Juniors as well. I mean, you could consider them exhibitions, but listen, they're still counting up the points.
Yeah.
I feel like this kid has so much upside.
Yeah.
That's why I think he's going to be moving up too. Just you saw what he has, right? I think there may be a team that could take a chance on him in the top 10. There could be a team. I don't see him at number 6. Like personally, if you ask me, I see him more maybe at like 10. I could see a team taking him, especially being a center, a winger who plays center. A team could be desperate enough to go and grab one and try to maybe mold him into a center.
I wouldn't want Calgary picking this guy. I wouldn't want Calgary picking.
No, I think we're number 6. Like realistically, there are a lot of good defensemen that are sitting there. So that's what you should try to grab the best player possible. I mean, he has a lot of upside, but I think there's players that maybe have more under their belt. Yeah. Anyways, that was the top 6. And
one more. No,
I think what we'll do is next week we'll do the next 6. And we'll keep this as a surprise. I know you want to know where Verhoff is. I'm not going to tell you all week. And I don't want you to check either.
I'm going to check right now.
No, man. Come on. Just keep it a secret and we'll see. We'll check it right there. Now.